If you are not watching Magi, the Kingdom of Magic right now, you are doing yourself a disservice. You are doing yourself a major disservice. This episode 19 of Kingdom of Magic, just the amount of craziness going down in there. And while you have amazing battles, beautifully choreographed battles, you also have depth in the characters and seeing just how far these characters will go and how twisted some of them are. That is just like, oh my gosh. Between Kingdom of Magic and Hunter x Hunter, these two every week are just kicking my ass and making me just be like going fucking crazy. First off, the Fanalis. The Fanalis are godlike. This episode, they're just going crazy. The Rao looking one, the zebra looking one with the missing skin right here. We see like his jaw. He is just a merciless guy, and he truly displays what he is supposed to be displayed. I don't know if the mangaka is just really a fan of those type of characters, Rao or Zebra from Toriko or whatever, but he truly embodies what those characters are supposed to represent, and that's just violence, and I love it. You just see him there crushing the dude's head, the magician. Now, they censored that out. I don't remember in the manga if we got to see exactly him, squash the head or whatever, but it totally happens off camera. You see the blood squirting everywhere, and it's like, this motherfucker don't play. This motherfucker don't play. But Mu's sister, the other Fanalis, I'm like, oh my god, this is what Morgiana potentially could have been had she been raised around a bunch of Fanalis, because she's just violent, brutal, she loves the battle, you could totally tell, and it's like an internal struggle with her. On one half, I want to be polite, I don't want to disgrace my brother, but then on the other half, she's just like going fucking crazy, blasting all the magicians, and we get introduced to one of their techniques. Barbados, which is kind of funny, Barbados or whatever, and it's just like squashing all the board, making the board disappear left and right, and it's like, oh my fucking god, you have this giant battle with a bunch of magicians that they just have all this crazy power, all these techniques, and then you have these savage warriors that are smart as well. Like, you throw them in water, you throw them in all sorts of different elements, and they keep on coming out on top. It's like just a bunch of crazy Morgianas, and it's like, I can't fucking take this. It's so good. I want to talk about Mogamet for a minute. Now, in a lot of these episodes leading up to this one, you get to see the depths of him, what he's been through. And it's really one of those cases, again, it's like displaying racism. I feel as though this arc showing the racism between the magicians and the Goi, it really is just done very well. One Piece of Fisherman Island doesn't hold a candle to this arc, and I will gladly say that, because this arc not only does it do the racism, but it just has everything. You have a theme going on, the racism, Mogamet hating the Goi, which again, I don't fucking blame him. Everything that he's been through, losing his daughter, the way the Gois laughed and treated him like he was just scraps, and now he's developed to the point where he's just like delusional. Like, he doesn't look at Goi as human, he looks at them as just animals, and it's just like, that's a level beyond hatred. That's a level where, like, you hated them for so fucking long that you just became to the point where you feel as though they are nothing to you. They're disgusting. You despise them in every which way. Whereas, like, you're fucking nothing but a pig. You're like a little pig on my fucking jacket. Get off of me. And it's like, oh my god. And I just love how episodes like this really just give you so many different things. You got Mogamet there, where it's just like these fucking puny, pea-brain, Goi brains. They can't stand up to us magicians. And at the same time, you also have action, heavy, crazy. You got the animation going crazy. There were some scenes where I was just like a little bit like, could have been a little bit better, but I imagine they used up a lot of their budget on earlier episodes, like the Titus versus Aladdin. And speaking of Titus, which I just want to mention this as well, it's like you have the internal struggles of some of these characters. You got Titus, where it's like, fuck, I don't want to start this big war, but I really don't want to die. I want to live. I want humanity. I want to be able to experience these things that these people are talking about that they're going to be doing. Why am I, forsaken? Why am I the one? And I could totally relate on certain levels with that, where it's just you feel like it's so unfair. Why has the universe dealt you this hand? And he's not going about it in an evil way. He feels as though what he's doing is kind of wrong, but at the same time, it's like Mogamet is looking at him like, yo, you're a magician, you're my child, and I'm going to protect you. And I love that with Mogamet. It's not that he's evil. He loves magicians. He will do anything. Look, he started a war to help Titus. So he's not really, it's not black and white where he's a villain. I guess to a certain extent you can portray him as he's the antagonist, yes, because he did start this war, but it's out of love and kindness. And if the Goi never did him the way they did, he probably would have been one of the greatest persons in the world. He probably could have been fit to be a king, but because of his hatred towards the Goi, the racism, just looking at them like they're scum, that's what stops him from being just this perfect person, because in all honesty, he's a great man. He's a really great man when it comes to the magicians. He will do anything. But I guess that's just like, take a typical racist. This person could be probably an amazing person, will do anything for their kind, but the minute they see a kind that they don't like or whatever, they will treat them like dog shit and look at them like they're scum. And I guess that's really a great representation. And Mohammed really just embodies this racist person that is actually a good person, but has been steered wrong. And based on what he's witnessed in his lifetime and what he's experienced, he turned into what he is. But then you also even have Aladdin, and this whole thing with Aladdin where he's like, I'm going to stop this and I'm not going to try to kill anybody. You could totally see the breaking point for him was when Maya Sensei gets fucked. And he's just like, oh my god, Maya Sensei just got knocked out. She's there down. It's like, I have to stop this. And when the 3 Ugos are coming in, I was just like, the amount of emotion that brings. First of all, the representation of him showing his once friend. He still has a memento of him. That's how he's going to honor his memory. And at the same time, he's just like, I'm going to try first to threaten them. And I'm going to have them walking with the fire. I'm going to blast you guys if you don't stop. And it's like, everything is calculated precisely with this episode. And by the way, this is Masterpiece 10 out of 10 episode, baby. Oh yeah, we're giving this one 10 out of 10. But he's like, I'm going to try it first. Let's see if I can back them down. And the Fanalis ain't having that. And I love that with Mu, it's just like, I'm a savage. I don't give a fuck. You're not stopping me. We're going in. And then after he leaves them, Aladdin's like, well, what's the next step I can do without hurting them? And he just does that sandstorm, and the soundtrack, when he breaks the Reim Empire, the Reim Warriors' will. Oh my god, such an amazing soundtrack. Go back to that part in the episode when they're all knocked down. Their will is just like gone after Aladdin said, I'm going to keep knocking that back. That soundtrack, absolutely beautiful. Mwah. That soundtrack was just amazing. And as a whole, this episode was just a masterpiece. It was like everything looking beautiful, especially the scene when Aladdin, all the Magi is just splurting out of him. And it's just like, this looks so fucking amazing. The art, the animation, the music, the battles, the storytelling, the character development, the character progression. It's just like, these are the episodes that I'm like, why aren't you watching Magi? Why aren't you experiencing the greatness of Magi? There's even stuff around the island that is like on the wings. Like you got Alibaba's struggle where it's like, this isn't my fight. However, my friend is in there, so that makes it my fight. So he's standing in the wings like, fuck, I want to jump in to help my friend. And it's like, well, will he do it? Will he not? So many things are going on at once, but at the same time, it's not cluttered. It's not overflowing with just like, oh my god, because there's a lot of subtleties, a lot of meanings, a lot of development within the characters, and it's just like, yeah, this is one of those classic episodes. So once again, as a whole, I give this one 10 out of 10 masterpiece episode. We only got a few more to go with Magi Kingdom of Magic, and this has been one hell of a ride. I just had to talk about this episode. It was just like, blew my mind. Let me know what you guys think. First of all, what is your favorite thing that's going on right now? Is it Mohammed and how he keeps on descending into the darkness with his hatred towards the Goy? Is it Aladdin's resolve to not kill anyone, but he's still backing everyone down using those giant sand Ugos? Is it the Reim Empire and all the Fanalis going in trying to fucking kill everything in their path? What did you love the most? That's all I have for this reaction. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Thumbs up for Kingdom of Magic, baby. It is hype right now. ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.